Greetings of peace, everyone. Welcome to my video. I just felt impulsed to do this video for everyone. This is going to be about Mars retrograde. I've already done a video talking about Mars square Saturn. I advise you guys to check that out. I think you guys can apply it in your life somewhere that it can be useful. So take those words that I said there and make it practical. You know, how can it apply to you? So today we're going to talk about Mars retrograde. I personally love talking about Mars because Mars is a planet that rules my chart. It's my chart ruler. And what does it mean being my chart ruler? It means it rules your whole chart. For those who are into astrology and have their birth chart, the sign that rules your ascendant rules your whole chart. And I am a Scorpio ascendant, and Mars rules Scorpio. So here we go. So Mars is in Aries, and the last time Mars was in Aries was actually in 1988. Some of you guys will have never been born watching this video, like myself. I was born in 93, but some of you guys were two months old. Some of you guys were, you know, in the belly. Some of you guys literally were, you know, 30 already. But 1988 was a phenomenal year. I mean, every year is phenomenal, but check out what happened that year. I think I posted some stuff on my stories if you guys want to check it out, but just type it up. What happened in 1988? What is the feeling? What is the energy there? And when we're looking at it from the lens of Mars, Mars was retrograde around that time. And what does Mars represent and what does Aries represent? So Mars is a planet. It's one of the planets that we can see physically with our eyes, so you don't need a telescope to see it. In astrology, it's known as one of the 7 wandering stars. Mars represents the topics that represent adrenaline, so like the topics of action, energy. It does represent adrenaline in the body. It does represent the muscles. Mars is a hot planet, so it does represent those fiery conversations, the fiery actions. Now that is an energy. Mars, just look at it as an energy. As when we're looking at Aries, Aries is also an energy, but Aries is a sign. Okay, so when Mars is traveling around the solar system, around our ecliptic line, it hits, like say I'm the groups of stars, and this is Mars, my hand. Mars has hit Aries, and it's now behind the group stars of Aries. We've spoken about what Mars is. We're going to talk about Aries. Now, Aries is a sign that is ruled by Mars. So Mars is at home. Aries is a fire sign, so it's dry and hot. Aries is a young sign. It's a really young sign, so it does represent children, youthfulness. It represents that foundation energy because it's a cardinal sign, so the energy of starting, like, you know, your thoughts, like, okay, I'm going to do this, you're going to do it right away. It's quite of that energetic energy. It is the spark of life. Literally, Aries is the spark of life, as is the, you know, fire, it's the spark of life. So knowing that Aries is a cardinal fire sign, Mars is a fiery planet. They've come, you know, Mars has come back home. So Mars is at home, and Mars last time was at home, retrograde, was in 1988. You have to bear in mind that Mars goes retrograde every 2 years, you know, so Mars retrograde is not so phenomenal, but it is because it's like every two years. That's like really super interesting. However, what's more interesting is looking back where it was last time, and I did that. And what I found out in general, when I was looking back, I looked back, like I was saying that NHS, or what it was called, the National Health Service, was really like, hey, we need some money, hey, we need some support. People were protesting, bare people were protesting. So literally similar things you see now. But what makes it interesting now is that, you know, the square with Saturn, the square with Pluto, the square, you know, the energy that it's getting from those planets in Capricorn, amongst other things, because obviously the North nodes as well. It's just so much going on, and I mean, you guys can definitely, there's so many people putting out this information free for you, like definitely utilize it. But anyway, collectively, what would this mean for us? Because individually, I'm not going to go through that. There's many astrologers who have done that. Please go check it out. But major changes in the area of Aries, where Aries rules in your chart, whatever aspects Mars is making in your chart, that's where major changes are going to be happening. For me, it's happening. I'm a Scorpio ascendant, so for most Scorpio ascendants, we're dealing with health, we're dealing with work, we're dealing with our everyday type of matters. I've seen so many examples that I just don't even want to share it with you guys, because Mars is that, it's that planet in it. So like, it's retrograde, and some people are going through a really hard time, like hospital, hurting themselves. Others are really sick, you know. So it's a lot of energy. For me, I give thanks that the way Mars sits in my natal Mars sits in my chart, it's in a positive manner, so it's getting quite a good reception in my chart. So I just, you know, I mean, things are going on, don't get it wrong, however, it's not plus I'm aware, so I'm just more extra careful, because I know my time and space, and I really do believe that you can manifest whatever you desire if you understand your time and your space. But anyway, in general, collectively, guys, how is this going to affect us? So the general condition of the wealth and the health of people, that's what people are going to be concerned. And we can see that obviously with the corona, whether you believe it's here or you don't believe it's here, whether you want your children to be homeschooled or you're concerned about like what they're about to forcefully put onto children in school, like whatever it is, it's dealing with the general condition of wealth and health, because obviously people are not working as well. And we just told like tomorrow, which will be Monday, the new law changed, so you can only have the rule of 6. So you know, and Mars medically represents the head, represents the face, it represents the mouth, the ears, everything on basically on the face. And it's really interesting that yeah, cool, they're trying to make children wear masks in school, because remember, Aries is a youthful sign. So the way Mars is going to represent this energy is through Aries, so through the youth, through the head general state, through all these kind of energies of Aries is how this energy of Mars is going to play out. That's why it makes it really different for everyone in their chart, because Aries rules different topics in everyone's chart. And right now, you know, there's going to be if you look back at my other video talking about Aries Aries and Capricorn, and I'm talking about how they're both cardinal signs, so they square each other, and the planets in there are going to be squaring each other. And what I found looking back is that there's going to be a force, because square is force, there's going to be a force remedy applied to come to help us with COVID or whatever illness, yeah. And the attempt to cure is, you know, it's not going to be really effective, it's going to be more harmful. And this is really interesting, because I know I'm not the only person who feels a type of way about vaccines. I went to an all-triple school for science, so I've really, and I love science, like science is like my top shit. I love science. Now I love the science of the higher type of science, like astrology, numerology, and those types. But going back to the lower sciences and just talking about stuff like vaccines and these chemicals, it's just been really interesting. So I would advise for you guys to level up on your essential oils, level up on your greens, on your reds, on your yellows. All these plants and vegetables, allow them to bring what they do naturally to you and bring a sense of healing and vibration. But in general, that's all I wanted to say. You know, I don't really want to speak for too long. But yeah, I hope this was really useful to you guys. What I would say to you, the most important thing you'll ever do in your life is breathe. So you own the inhale that comes into your body, so do value it. Allow that second life force energy to bring you clarity. And as you exhale, you know it's an energy exchange. You give back to the plants, you give back to the environment. So give back with, you know, gratitude. Like, oh, I give thanks I can let go, I give thanks I can breathe out. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, like, you guys, you know, go check out my other videos, you know, support a sister. Thank you.